Hello everyone, this is Maria. I just came back from visiting a Monsanto farm in California and I couldn't wait. I really want to tell you a little bit about my experience and also show you the goodies I brought home. Okay, so let me start with the goodies. First, we have this lovely water bottle. Okay, so you see it like this because it's been a while. Inside here there is a watermelon, a Monsanto watermelon. Then there's some lemon and some mint. It's pretty good. I like it. I'm gonna use it. Oh, and there's the Monsanto logo. Let's see, and speaking of watermelon, here is a Monsanto watermelon, okay? So we were at the farm and they had this desk where they had lots of different types of watermelons, and the guy who was a watermelon breeder, okay, used one of those knives and cut the watermelon, and he was so good and so fast, and we were all impressed with the knives, so they gave one knife to each one of us. So I have a watermelon and a watermelon knife. Next, okay, I have a few different peppers. So this one and this one. So at the farm they also had another desk, I guess another kiosk, with also the different peppers. I mean, they had a lot of varieties. And they explain to you, they tell you, oh, you know, these peppers are popular, let's say, in Mexico, while these peppers are popular in these countries. And we use these varieties to can them, so they do give you information about each one of the plants, where it's popular. Like, you know, there was yellow watermelon in China. It's actually quite popular over there. And they also tell you about the peculiarities of the plants and the improvements they have made.
In years past, this was kind of the defining trait of a jalapeno. In Mexico, if it didn't crack, they wouldn't touch it. And then over time, breeders have developed varieties that are smoother and smoother. And now the trend is for completely smooth. They would prefer to have varieties that don't crack at all.
Anyway, so 2 peppers. Let's see what else. A squash. A big one, actually. And a small one. Okay, so we also talk about that. That was another cause.
So when we put this variety on the market, we called it Terminator because the Terminator series was popular at that time. The Mexican growers were familiar with the concept of something that's invincible, and this was surviving the viral infections that were decimating their crops before that.
And my favorite kiosk of all. So, okay, I really like the watermelon. And also we tasted, okay? So we were at the watermelon kiosk and they cut different watermelons and we were tasting each one of them and made comments about the differences in taste. So that was interesting. But I'm a big tomato fan. So the tomato kiosk was my favorite. And I ate so many tomatoes at the kiosk. So, for instance, this tomato, you notice that it's red and a little bit green. So it's an unusual tomato. It is an unusual tomato because this is actually an experimental one, okay? It's not yet on the market. I think it needs another 2 years before it goes out in the market. I tried it, I loved it. So there we go. And then I also got a few really small tomatoes that are super sweet. Those orange ones. And more orange ones, but bigger this time, and they have a bit different taste. They're not as sweet as the super mini ones. And some red ones, and those are really good. So you might think you see them at the store, but usually many of the tomatoes we see at the store are not ripe, so they don't have the full tomato taste. Those ones did. That's why I love them. Oh, and they smell. Ah, it smells like tomato. I love it. Okay. And the leaflet, okay, a leaflet that talks about all sorts of different things about what Monsanto does, plant breeding. I haven't read it yet. I guess it's my homework. And this is it. Okay. So, how did this come about? After I started engaging more in science topics, their outreach person found me on Twitter, and that's how we met. And she said they were organizing this Meet Veggies event and asked me if I would like to go. I said sure. They said they pay for reimbursement, travel reimbursement. So they gave me a Visa card, a prepaid one, to use to pay my rental car. So I rent a car today. Did I mention it's 2.5 hours to get there? And 2.5 hours to come back? Okay. That's it. And I went there. There were other bloggers too. We had a good time. We learned a lot about different vegetables. We did blind tasting back at their building. They gave us different containers, and we had to grade how much we liked each one of those. And also we drank something and we had to guess what it was. Let's just say pretty much no one found it. No one found the correct answer. Anyway, it was pretty cool. We had a good day. It was tiring. We learned a lot, but it was definitely worth it. I was really happy to go there. So what I was saying today to Janice, who is the woman who invited me, is that the first time I ever heard about Monsanto in my life, I was back in Greece. I was an undergrad, so we're talking about 10 years ago or more, and what I had heard about them, I didn't know what they were doing, but what I knew was that they were evil, okay? So that was what I had heard back then, okay? That Monsanto was an evil company. Now, I didn't really pay any attention. The only thing I knew was that Monsanto was evil. Not that I believed it, because I didn't care about the subject, and that's why I didn't pay attention to it. But yeah, this type of reputation, Monsanto is evil, had gotten to me when I was, 18 or 20 years old, and I was still in Greece. And today I was there, so it was really, really interesting. And it was not evil at all, and all the people were super nice. I mean, seriously, everyone was super nice, and the plant breeders were super nice. We talked to quite a few of them, and every plant breeder has his specialty. Let's say the pepper plant breeder, or the tomato, or the squash, or the watermelon. So I had a good time. We also drank coffee, and we had lunch. I don't know if they prepared lunch with their own vegetables. I didn't ask. Maybe I should have. So that's it about my day. I'm gonna post more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!